Welcome to Loving God and Loving Life. Here we are in the Gospel of John, chapter 4, where the theme is Jesus healing on the Sabbath, and he claims to be equal with God. We read here that the Jewish leaders began harassing Jesus for breaking the Sabbath, but Jesus replied, listen to his words, "My Father is always working, and so am I." So Jesus is talking about him cooperating with the Father. They're working together all the time. So Jesus explained, "I tell you the truth. The Son can do nothing by himself." Listen to that. We think of Jesus. We see these miracles. We think, well, Jesus is just deciding that and doing it. No. He's saying that's not me. He says, the Son can do nothing by himself. He does only what he sees the Father doing. Whatever he sees the Father doing. I love all these different word pictures. Through Scripture, you see different ways, different pictures of how we cooperate with God. Jesus put it in a different phrase. He says, "I do what I see my Father doing." Now, I don't think Jesus was saying that every day he woke up and God gave him this vision and he saw the Father. No, Jesus was just communicating that I see things. I see myself. We've all had this experience. We see ourselves doing something. This is very normal. We've all had this happen, and a lot of times we just ignore it. We just kind of see ourselves do something. We see ourselves talking to somebody. Or a thought comes to our mind, or we kind of hear a little conversation that we're having, or we think of something that we need to say to someone. That's another way of saying exactly what Jesus is describing. The Father is always at work, and how he prompts us is we see it happening. We see it happening. Quite often we see ourselves doing it. That's what he means by I do what I see the Father doing. The Father is showing us. Okay, that happens to you. And you can get better at that. You can become more proficient at comprehending his communications and then doing it. And when you get those impulses to call somebody, call. Okay, this whole pray for one, I'm concerned if you don't get it, you'll constantly think that it's the burden. Oh, we've got to share our faith. Friends, it's your joy. It's your joy. It's what makes life exciting. It's receiving it's how I stay full of God's love. I've learned that if I quit giving it away, if I quit working with the Father, it dries up. I don't want to live dry. I receive love. I got to keep giving it away. To receive more, I got to give more. God, today, send us one person today. Show us what you're doing, Father. Just show us. Show us who to talk to. God, today, send us one person today to share your love with. Let's never forget it, friends. Loving God, it's the only way to live a life that we love.